These photos show an exploration camp for a potential mine in southeastern Yukon. The Kudz Ze Kayah project is a proposed open-pit mineral mine by BMC Minerals. Its location is in the heart of the Kudz Ze Kayah area, an important winter habitat for the Finlayson caribou herd. Chief Dylan Loblaw of the Ross River Dennock Council says the herd is cherished by the Kaska people.
We hold our rights to manage the herd, and the area is very sacred to our nation.
There are currently no active mines on Kaska territory in the Yukon. If approved, the project would entail the construction of various on-site activities, including a processing mill and power generation. There are also concerns the mine would encroach on the Finlayson herd, which has declined from 6,000 animals in 1990 to around 2,700.
Well, yeah, we're definitely worried about the Finlayson caribou herd. I think they're already listed as a species of special concern.
But last month, the federal and Yukon territorial governments advanced the mine to the regulatory process, the next step in getting the project approved.
We were pretty shocked to hear the decision.
Loblaw says Ross River agreed to engage in processes to identify environmental impacts of the mine. On June 14th, Ross River, along with Liard First Nation, submitted what they call a comprehensive 48-page document outlining their concerns about the mine to decision bodies. But Loblaw says despite submitting the document, the mine advanced to the regulatory stage.
So the process that has been dropped on us hasn't reflected our inherent rights and interests, including our governance rights, our stewardship laws.
Keith McGuire is Director of Major Projects Yukon. He says the June 14th document reiterated concerns the decision bodies were already aware of, which they took into consideration when moving the project ahead.
In making the decision, we felt that we had sufficient information to make the decision that we had, recognizing that we were moving into and it would enable a regulatory review, which would of course include ongoing consultation.
The decision document acknowledges the two First Nations expressed concerns about caribou, fish, and wildlife. However, it provides several measures to mitigate concerns, like creating an oversight body to monitor the herd.
And the decision bodies considered those terms and conditions and varied them so that they would address further some of the concerns that we had heard in consultation.
But Loblaw still has questions about those measures.
And we didn't think that the mitigation measures being put into place would be enough to sustain the aquatic life and the biodiversity that thrives in the area, specifically the caribou herd.
As for BMC Minerals, they say they remain committed to ensuring the Kaska are true partners in the development of the project. Meanwhile, Ross River is working with membership on next steps. Loblaw says decision bodies need to better involve Kaska First Nations as the mine progresses.
We'd just like to see a meaningful consultation, a meaningful relationship with our counterparts moving forward.
Sarah Connors, APTN National News, Whitehorse.